This is TeamOkra's beta build. I'm Tyler Amway, and this is my level. So at the start, there's a collectible here that isn't needed, but the player can pick it up if they wish to. The player will be tasked with building a bridge out of these planks that are found here. So I'm going to just do that a while. Once you reach the other side, you can use this driftwood to break open some of the doors here. And inside there's a collectible, but it's not needed to progress throughout the level. Next you'll have to crouch into this ruined building here and use the grab null to move two pieces of wood that are blocking the next crouch zone. There's another building you can get into with a collectible inside, but I'm going to keep going for how you progress. The water is poisonous and will hurt you if you stand in it for too long, so I'm going to have to build another bridge here. And back here is another collectible, which is one of the lost knowledges. So now I'm going to enter the refinery, completing my first objective, and it'll tell me, I get a note that is kind of telling me what I need to get right now, which is 6 scrap. So some of it's found in here, some of it is found along the way later on. So the goal of the refinery is also to get the power on, which is what I'm going to go do now by running up here. So up on the second floor, one more scrap is here, and you'll have to do a series of jumps to get to the power, which is turned on at a computer. So once you get the power on, this door below me here will open, and the lights will turn on. That'll turn the power on, and the elevator right over here will work now. And this door is now open, so I can go through here to move along. So to my right, this building I'll come back to once I have all the scrap. It's where the forge is to make the key. So I'm going to go about building another bridge there. And inside this shed is a broken building, and it's the scrap piece for out here. And there's one back over there that I grabbed already. So here's another door that I'm going to open up, and this lets me inside the warehouse where we'll be returning to once I have all my scrap. Actually, one is down here I'm going to grab. And then there's one more to go, which is at the end of the warehouse. So I'm going to go up the stairs, just kind of run down here, and it is found on the shelf right here. Now that I have all the scrap, I'm going to return to the refinery and make myself the key. So I'm going to jump back. I'm going to use this just so I can safely get back. Now with all the scrap, I'm going to go into the smeltery and interact with it by pressing E right here. And it'll remove my scrap, giving me the key that I need. And it'll give me my final objective, which is to acquire the artifact that is inside the safe. The safe is inside the warehouse. Depending how much you looked around inside, you would have seen it beforehand, but it is right here. You'll press E to pick it up, and right there's the artifact that you'll get. And you're going to run right out here, and this is the end of my level.
Hi, my name is Anthony Ambrose, and welcome back to my level. The player comes into my level seeing the message volume with my name and the name of the level, and then they will also be told what their first objective is. Now, using the very obvious arrow that I had to put in because people didn't figure out that there was a right side to this lobby, they'll follow the arrow over here to find this the first key fragment, where they'll be familiarized with what the key fragments look like, what they sound like, what the animations are, so that they'll be able to better spot them throughout the level. Now, to continue on through the level, the player will have to stack boxes to get up so that they can actually climb over the wall. Now the player can use the big box as a bit of a shortcut instead of stacking all 3 of the small boxes, and jump up and then jump up again. Oh, there we go. Oh no, I fell in the water. But as you can see, this is also a great introduction to this. In my level, the water hurts you as well. So if you fall in the water, then you will lose some health points, but you just do some simple parkour to get over, and you're into the theater. Now, you will be greeted with an objective that tells you find the other 5 key fragments and open the door. So now it's your job to navigate and search throughout the entire level to find the other 5 key fragments to continue on and start up the car and transition into the next level. The player will come up here into this off right side, which is where the bathrooms used to be before the storm destroyed everything, and now it's just kind of a little oasis with a few puddles of water. The player will come back into the theater, choosing to either climb or crawl over this little box right here. And then the player will come around here, pick up another key fragment, and continue on navigating through these boxes, moving things as they want, and then they will crouch under here to continue on under this fallen beam. The player will walk up and see the door right here, and then they'll try to advance. They'll be hitting E like me, but they can't because they don't have all 7 key fragments, so they'll have to turn and continue to look for these animated key fragments, and then they'll have to continue on over here past this little tunnel area that can lead you back into the main area, and they have to pick up the 7th and final key fragment. On the way they can pick up money or lost knowledge as they please, but it is not required. Now you come back to the door, you press E, and then you'll be told you've completed the objective, and you'll be greeted with this car in the garage that'll be yours to escape. Now obviously the car needs a clear path to drive just like any other car, so the player will simply just pick up these boxes and kind of move them aside so that the car can actually have like somewhere to drive. There we go, let's move this right there. That should be good enough, right? And then the player will come over here, move the boxes, and then they get their objective, collect the gas can keys. And as a bit of a joke to make this not such a serious game, I added in a little bit of an air freshener that you need to pick up as kind of a little bit of comedic relief. So you'll continue to search the garage, you'll come upstairs where you'll see a little gas can right there on the corner of your camera. So as long as you're paying attention, you'll be able to see that pretty easily. You pick that up, and then you continue on through here. Now you'll have to search through every nook and cranny behind all the boxes before you can actually find the keys, which you'll find right here in the very back right. You pick those up, and you're told that you've completed the objective to find all 3 items that you need to start the car. So now what you'll do is you'll shimmy under these little boxes, come back downstairs, and now that you've cleared the path and you can easily access the car, you press E and it'll start a transition into the next level. Now to add some bit of interestingness, I guess I could say, to the transition, I added these little dirt rock pillars that the player has to not drive through, but the animation takes you through there, and it'll take you over here into the next level.
My name is Zachary Stancliffe, and this is my section of the build. So the player comes into the broken down airport, and he can check down these boarding ramps for pieces of the parachute that they will need to get down to the runway. Here is a barrier that the player can't pass until they've collected a crowbar. The crowbar is located over here behind these wooden boxes. Once the player has the crowbar, they can go back to the barrier and press E to interact with it. Once the player has reached the runway, they can interact with the turbine here to turn off the wind so they can safely pass over. Once the player gets to the air control tower, they find that the door is locked and they'll need a key. Here is a helicopter that the player can pull the side off of to get another collectible. And over here in the collapsed section of the terminal is where the player finds the key to the air control tower. Once the player has the key to the air control tower, they can then interact with the door and go up the air control tower. Once they're up in the air control tower, they can either jump over or move the debris to get over to the other side and glide down to Terminal B. Once the player's in Terminal B, they find out that the power is out and they have to collect 3 gears to repair the generator. Once the player has all 3 gears, they can interact with the elevator, so that way they can get to the roof of Terminal B. Once they're on the roof to Terminal B, there is one collectible over to the side that the player can grab by walking down this plank. And then their objective is to get to the end of the roof where the helicopter is waiting to carry them to the next area. Once they get down the runway, they just have to interact with the helicopter and it will take them to the next area.
Alt F9. Press Alt F9.
What it's gonna do is a retarded teleport thing real quick.
Hi, my name's Jordan Ferris, and this is my part of the level. The player exits the helicopter, and they have to walk down the road here. And they want to get into this building, but there's a force field on the front door. So they have to come to the alley and hack this generator. And when you hack a generator, it'll usually turn off things like turrets or laser traps, and they'll do it throughout the level a few times. But this generator will turn off the force field on the front door. And now the force field's down, but lasers came up. So you can simply just grab one of these crates and climb under the lasers. And this is the lobby of the building. There's a few pickups in here that aren't necessities, but there is a health pack behind the desk if you need it. And they want to take this elevator down to the basement, but right now there's no power to it. So they'll want to come into the library and hack this generator. But as you just saw, when they hack this generator, turrets turn on and laser traps turn on. So you can use the cover of the bookcases. Quickly run out. And now there will be power to the elevator, so you can take that down to the basement. And now there's rubble blocking the rest of the hallway, so you want to take this alternate route through the cave. And you want to move this rock so that you can get onto this platform, because you don't want to jump in the water, as it will hurt you. And there's another force field here, so you want to hack this generator. And when you enter this hallway, there are 2 more turrets on the left, so you'll want to quickly run here, turn off this generator, and the turrets will turn off. And there's a health pack here if you need it. And this is the vault that you came here for. So press E to hack, and the vault door will open. and you want to grab one of the crates and block the lasers. And this collectible on the table here is the main thing that you came for. Just jumped into the lasers there. But once you grab this collectible, you can exit the level through this vent. And after Jordan's level, this is my level. And you start off in a subway station where you can't pass this wall without a block. Take the block over and use the block to jump over the wall. And you check these boxes over here and you find a power supply. Then you need to crouch underneath and jump over this wall to get to the next part. Move the blocks out of the way and reach a checkpoint. Some collectibles over here to lead you out. You open the doors. Pick up the collectible and then walk back out. Broken train. You can just break down the wall. And move these blocks out of the way. And you gotta jump over the water to advance. The water will do damage to you, so you gotta watch out for that. You can use the block to jump over these. Use it again to jump on the next platform and get to the next spot where there's a jumping platform area. You need to jump on each one. Pick up the final collectible, and this power supply allows you to open or turn on the train and enter it through, where you end up into the train, and you can pick up the diamond and you enter through the next level.
Alright, this is my level, and you start off by running down this hill here. So what you do is you come over here. What? Sorry, small technical difficulty. That might cause a few more issues, but it should be fine. Small collider glitches. Gonna have to take left turns here because there's a second monitor running right now, and it's having there'll be problems. So basically gonna do left turns here. You come up here and then you see a boat, a crane, and a cushion. Down the transition point here. See this panel here, and that basically just tells you that you'll be activating that gate in front of you later. Throw this cushion over, you can see the flavor text, and yes, now it does actually reset if you miss, so hey, that's great. So you come over here, grab this box, that'll jump up here, and then you gotta come over here, click this panel, open this gate, grab this cushion, throw it over. And again, if you're wondering why I keep doing these full spins, it's because there's a second screen running. Don't want that to cause any mistakes again. So I adapted. Come over here to this door, open her up, and you get more cushions, a panel, you know, you already know how this works at this point. So come on down here. Okay. Then do a quick throw. Toss that other cushion over, do some basic platforming. This is gonna be fun. Small mistake, small mistake. We'll make it work. Actually here, since I don't have to click, I can just do some basic hops. Here we go. Just take this cushion, toss it over, quick spin. Do another long spin, and here he comes. We're up on the end of the level, so you come over here, make the jump, boom. And then that should have hit an objective volume, but hey, sometimes technology is unreliable. Anyway, that's my level. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.